Donovan Cecil, and this is my presentation of why drunk drivers must face harsher consequences. Now, the CDC states that every day, 28 Americans lose their lives to drunk driving accidents. That's one death every 51 minutes in the United States alone. As a criminal justice major here at Kentucky State University, I've done a lot of research on drunk driving accidents and the deaths and injuries that it causes in the United States every year. And whether it's you yourself or your family member or someone that you know that has been involved in a drunk driving accident, almost everyone throughout the United States has some form of connection to drunk driving. That's why it is imperative that as a nation we come together and raise the punishment for drunk driving, because it takes the lives of thousands of Americans each and every year, and we need to take a stand against it. So today we're going to talk about three main points: the drunk driving rates in the United States, the current punishments for drunk drivers in the United States, and my proposed punishments for drunk driving in the United States. So first we have the drunk driving rates. As you can see here, the United States is actually third worst in the world actually, for drunk driving rates, with 31% of all road accident deaths involving drunk driving. As you see here, in 2015 the CDC stated that 10,265 people died in the United States due to a drunk driving accident. And as the NHTSA stated in 2016, 10,497 people died due to a drunk driving accident, which means that the number of deaths is actually going up as opposed to going down. And one of the most disturbing things that I've found in my research is that, as you see here, as stated by the NHTSA, people will actually get away with drunk driving 80 times before they are actually arrested for it. And with this, we can see that we need to improve the punishments that drunk drivers face each year, as opposed to keeping it the same. That way we can deter future crimes. So here we're looking at the current punishments for drunk driving, where the maximum punishment for someone who's committed 4 or more drunk driving crimes is 1 year in prison or a $25,000 to $10,000 fine. Personally, I believe that that's ludicrous. It's way too easy of a penalty, and we need to raise that. Therefore, that way we can deter future crimes. Now, the current punishment system in place for drunk driving is on a sliding scale, where the first offense has a maximum of a 6-month license revocation, and for each following offense of drunk driving, the revocation doubles. So the first offense, maximum of 6 months, second offense, maximum of a year, so on and so forth. As we saw on the previous slide, the numbers of drunk driving deaths is going up as opposed to down, so in order to deter more drunk driving accidents, we need to raise those punishments, which I will show my proposed punishments here. I propose that we stay on the same sliding scale system because everyone deserves a second chance for committing an offense. However, I propose that the new punishment system have a mandatory 1-year license revocation for your first offense, 2 mandatory years of license revocations for your second offense, and for your third offense, I propose a mandatory permanent revocation of your license. I propose this punishment because, as you see here, as stated by drunkdrivingstats.org, people who are drunk drivers who reoffend are actually a little over 4 times more likely of being involved in a fatal car accident than someone who's convicted of drunk driving for their first offense. Therefore, we need to keep people from recommitting drunk driving accidents. In conclusion, we see that drunk driving takes the lives of over 10,000 people each year. Therefore, as a nation, we need to stand up against drunk driving by doing things such as joining the fight, where you can join organizations such as MAD, which is Mothers Against Drunk Driving, FAD, which is Fathers Against Drunk Driving, or SAD, which is Students Against Drunk Driving, because that will give us a more national platform to speak up against drunk driving and finally put an end to this terrible crime. Here are my references. Thank you.